Stockholm's metro system is one of the most efficient in the world. Every day, thousands of people rely on it to navigate the sprawling city. But among the usual blue and red trains, there is one that should not exist. A spectral silver train, an urban legend whispered among the late-night commuters. They call it Silverpilen, the ghost train of Stockholm, and those who step aboard never return. What if I told you this was not just a story? What if I told you that, even today, people still claim to see Silverpilen, and some have never been seen again? The origins of Silverpilen's legend trace back to the 1960s. During that time, an experimental silver-colored train was built to test new metro car designs. Unlike the regular green trains, this one had no advertisements, no passengers, just empty seats and cold metal walls. Its appearance was unsettling, its aura wrong. Over time, commuters and metro workers began reporting strange sightings. Late at night, when stations were nearly empty, some claimed to see Silverpilen stopping at platforms that weren't on any official map. Doors would open, inviting passengers inside. But those who stepped in were never seen again. One of the earliest reports came from a night shift cleaner named Lars Bergstrom. He claimed to have seen Silverpilen at Kymlinge station, a stop that had been abandoned for years. Lars described the train as cold to the touch, with an unnatural silence that seemed to swallow all sound. He never returned to work after that night. One of the most chilling cases occurred in 1975. A man named Erik Lindstrom, a 42-year-old factory worker, finished his shift late at night and boarded what he thought was the last train home. He was never seen again. His wife, distraught, begged authorities to investigate. But there was no trace of Erik. No body, no belongings, no evidence he had even left work. The only clue? An eerie message left on his answering machine at home. A faint, whispering voice repeating the words, "Don't follow the light." Then there was the case of Maria Nyqvist in 1981, a student who had just finished an evening class. She was texting her mother, saying she was on the train and would be home in 10 minutes. She never arrived. The last message she sent? "The train looks different tonight. It's all silver, and it's so quiet." Skeptics dismiss these tales as urban legends, stories told to scare children and entertain thrill seekers. But then, the sightings continued. In 1993, a group of teenagers dared each other to wait at Kymlinge station, an abandoned stop rumored to be Silverpilen's favorite haunt. Only one of them returned, delirious and terrified. When asked what happened, he could only whisper, "The train. It doesn't take you home. It takes you somewhere else." More stories emerged. A woman dressed in 19th century clothing seen inside Silverpilen, staring blankly ahead, her lips moving silently. Workers reported echoes of train sounds long after the last scheduled departure. And then, there were the passengers who boarded but never got off. What if Silverpilen isn't just a train? What if it's something more? What if it chooses its passengers, taking only those with secrets, those who deserve to disappear? A metro employee, Johanna Eriksson, thought she had unraveled the truth. After decades of investigating, she discovered something chilling. Every person who vanished had one thing in common. They were hiding dark secrets, crimes, betrayals, or something worse. What if Silverpilen isn't haunting Stockholm? What if it's judging it? And what if the train itself is not bound by time? Could it be a portal, appearing in different decades, snatching those who fit its criteria? If so, who is choosing these passengers? And for what purpose? Now, here's where it gets truly terrifying. Last year, a woman named Sophia Anderson documented her late-night commute on her phone. She filmed herself waiting for the last train at Slussen station. The video was posted online. It was nothing out of the ordinary, until the very end. Sophia never made it home, but her phone was found, and on it, another recording, one she didn't upload. It showed the inside of a train car, empty but for rows of vacant seats. The final frame, a single silver door closing with an eerie, slow hiss. Just last month, another sighting sent chills through the city. A security guard working late at the T-Centralen station saw a train roll in past closing hours. It wasn't on any schedule. The doors opened, but no one got on or off. He described a suffocating cold that made his breath visible in the air. His flashlight flickered, and for a brief moment he saw movement inside, shadowy figures shifting in the dim light. Then the train vanished, as if it had never been there. In early 2024, a subway conductor named Henrik Olsen reported a disturbing experience. While performing routine maintenance at an empty station, he saw a reflection of Silverpilen in the tunnel's dark glass. But when he turned around, the train wasn't there. The next day, Henrik called in sick and was never heard from again. The final warning. So the next time you find yourself on an empty platform in the middle of the night and a train with silver doors rolls in, ask yourself, do you really want to get on? The legend of Silverpilen continues to grow. But is it just a story, or is it something far more sinister? The next time you ride the Stockholm metro, take a good look at the train that stops for you. Because if it's silver, you might just be its next passenger. And remember, some say Silverpilen only appears when the city is at its quietest, when the world sleeps. So if you ever hear the faint hum of a train in the dead of night, but there's nothing scheduled, think twice before stepping forward. You might be stepping into something you can never escape. For some, Silverpilen is merely an eerie tale, but for others, it's a reality they never return from. If you hear whispers in the wind or feel an unexplainable chill as a silver train approaches, turn around. Some doors, once entered, never open again. Could Silverpilen be more than just a legend? Perhaps it's a warning, a grim reminder that some mysteries should remain unsolved. If you ever find yourself alone on a Stockholm platform, take a moment to listen. If the tracks hum with an unnatural energy, if the air feels heavy and charged, run. Because sometimes, the most terrifying journeys begin with a single step into the unknown. And if you ever receive a phone call from an unknown number, and a whispering voice tells you not to follow the light, heed the warning. It might be your last chance to turn back.